first things, I come in the back stairwell every morning, and I come in through the door, and one of the first things I do is I just naturally, without thinking, stick my hand out and I hook my hand on this piece of wood on this wooden banister. And our wooden banisters in the building, we have 4, are original from 1924. And grabbing that piece of wood and swinging around the corner to head up to the next floor, I'm often thinking, gosh, how many people did this before me,
The old Bend High downtown wasn't Bend's first high school, but it was what saw Deschutes County through its boom years.
So this is that time period where Bend goes from 500 people to 6,000 people really, really quickly in like 12 years' time.
Hugh Thompson, a 1915 graduate of an earlier Bend high school, was the architect hired to design the building. And he designed a whole lot more in Central Oregon.
He's the architect for the Bend High School, New Redmond Hotel, Kenwood School, all of these spaces that we know and love today.
The high school served us well throughout the decades, not only as a school, but as a community hub.
It was the only high school clear until the 70s, so everyone went to high school at Bend High.
Jim Kroll first came to this rare 5-year high school at the time as an 8th grader back in 1950.
You can imagine what a bucolic, idyllic town Bend was then. Roughly 10,000 people. Everybody, of course, knew everybody else.
And one thing that Jim and every other underclassman also knew was that the upstairs of Bend High was off limits to measly 8th graders and freshmen. Which, of course, was catnip to see if we could get upstairs and move around a little bit and then get back down safely. When guys would get caught by, say, some of the senior boys, who would then hold the 8th graders and freshman boys by the heels over the stairwell, which was dangerous to do because it's about 12 to 15 feet straight down. But it did cure you of your urge to go upstairs, at least for a while.
With the opening of the new Bend High on the east side, the downtown location struggled to find its identity. But in the end, not only did it find its identity, but several buildings downtown did as well.
There is a moment where they think about selling it all off, and all of the community, rises up to wait, these are our historic buildings down here. You can't do that. And so that's the moment in time where the high school transitions to becoming the ESD service offices. The athletic club and gym becomes part of the Park District, and eventually is destined to be the Boys and Girls Club, and Reed School becomes the Historical Society and Museum.
While it's no longer a high school, walking through its doors is still a lot like what it was like back in its prime.
There are original floors throughout the building in many of the offices. There's exposed brick walls that are beautiful.
And you can get a look at this historic work of art this weekend and help it celebrate a major milestone birthday.
Well, we're super excited to be hosting our 100th birthday here on Saturday, September 27th from 1 to 4. It'll be open house style, where we're inviting the community to come into the building. Many of the rooms will be open for people to be able to step into and visit, kind of walk back in time. We're going to have entertainment and food from local culinary and music classes. So we're excited to have our current students today participate in helping us celebrate.
That's right, the building whose proximity to downtown helped both the business and educational communities through Bend's heyday turns 100 this Saturday.
It's kind of a monument still to that moment in time where Bend was very small, and you have that interconnectedness between business and schools and neighborhoods. So I think that its placement is kind of important in that way.
Gosh, you don't look a day over 75.
For Central Oregon Daily News,
do you moisturize?
I'm Scott Owens.